Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Rob, and today I'm going to be starting to do something a little bit different. It's a little experiment, but it's basically a little thing I'm going to call Waited for Blu-ray. Now, back in the day, I used to go to the movies like all the time. I'd see everything practically, but I've got a pretty hardcore full-time job, and I just don't get to see the movies very often. So I get a lot of um, advice about the movies that I go see or don't see by usually watching things like Brad Jones has the midnight screenings and stuff, and other people that review movies. I'll watch a lot of those to see what I will go see or what I won't go see for the movies and stuff that I'm kind of on the fence about. You know, I'm automatically, for certain movies like Thor Ragnarok or a Star Wars movie or a Quentin Tarantino movie, those are the movies that are no-brainers for me and I'm going to go see. But for other movies, like what we're going to review today, is the ones that I wasn't sure about and hence waited for Blu-ray. And they're going to be short, spoiler-free, pretty much, reviews of movies that are brand new to Blu-ray or, fairly new, and just give you a head, my idea of whether or not it's worth checking out to buy or rent on Blu-ray. So for the very first one, I just watched it, and that's how I'm going to do a lot of these probably, is like I do my episodes, reviews of like Walking Dead and Mr. Robot. They're going to be kind of stream of consciousness and right after I've watched something. And we're doing the Hitman's Bodyguard is our very first little experiment into this new way of a new kind of video for my channel. And so basically it's just, well, should you rent it? Should you buy it on Blu-ray? Because I did not see this the first time around. I watched a lot of reviews on YouTube about this movie, and at the time I was like, well, let's just wait for Blu-ray. I mean, hence the title of this. So is the Hitman's Bodyguard any good? Is it worth going to see or, watching, buying, whatever? A lot of that depends on whether or not even know, like the majority of that is whether or not you like Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson. And more specifically, do you like Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, and do you like Samuel L. Jackson being Samuel L. Jackson? If you like that, then there's a good chance that you're going to enjoy this movie. Now, I would love to see range from any actor that I like, but in this case, I was fine with them just being themselves, because a lot of this movie is kind of like, reminded me of a lot of movies from the 90s, action movies. There's a lot of cliches, there's a lot of tropes, there's, the generic villain played by somebody good, that's kind of underutilized. There's obvious people that are working for the bad guy. They're supposed to be like, oh, that person's working for the bad guy. Things like that. There's a bunch of things that are kind of wrong with this movie, but they are mostly overshadowed by the two leads, and the action. The action's really good too, and fun. I mean, this is not a perfect movie. This is just above a turn your brain off and just enjoy it movie. Because but mostly, like I said, it's because of the two leads, and the action, and a really good soundtrack. There's a couple of songs in here that are used in very humorous ways, like Lionel Richie's Hello, Dancing in the Moonlight, that I think was in like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 or something. And there's like some good flashback scenes that are pretty funny. And if you, like I said, if you like these two guys, there's a good chance you're going to like this movie. You can, look past a lot of the obvious problems that this movie has. So, like I said, I definitely liked it. It was kind of long. Then when I was thinking about action movies of the 90s, a lot of them that were this kind of big and loud were kind of long. And so even though it's a little long, I would definitely say that it's at least worth a rental. If you really like Ryan Reynolds or Samuel L. Jackson or both, I can definitely see this doing pretty decently on Blu-ray, and I think it did pretty good at the box office. So I actually would not be surprised if this movie gets a sequel. I would hope that if it did get a sequel, it might get some better writers, and maybe a better director the second time around. That being said, there's not much else to talk about. Salma Hayek is in this, and she's okay when she's not swearing like a sailor. She's actually pretty entertaining. It's always good to see Salma Hayek in movies. Gary Oldman is pretty wasted as the villain. He could have been played by anybody. His henchmen were, pretty much generic henchmen, but a lot of the action scenes were very good, and it's something that I'm glad I saw. This the night before Thanksgiving, and me and my dad watched it, and it is something that I would probably watch again, not for a little while, but it's definitely like something that I would probably buy on Amazon Prime when it went on sale. Now that I've seen it once. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't think I spoiled anything really. It is worth a rental if you really like these two guys and stuff, and action movies that are just kind of fun and you can turn your brain off for the most part. You probably want to buy it. If you like this video and like what I'm doing, trying something different, please hit like. If you're new to the channel and whatever, you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe, man. It's you just have to press that button, and if you never want to come back to the channel again, that's fine. Me and my videos that I make on my phone with bad audio will still keep doing it whether or not any more subscribers, but it's always nice to know that people are enjoying the videos. Comments, what movies would anybody out there like me to review to see if it's worth anything? Otherwise, we've got, like a usual, Mr. Robot's on later tonight, so that review will probably be up before tomorrow. Walking Dead on Sundays. We're still doing Punisher, and I have to watch the 3rd episode of Runaways, and that video will be coming up too. So this is a pretty short video for me, and so we will see you the next time. Have a great Thanksgiving, and yeah, take it easy. Bye.